Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about how to prevent aging or slow it down. So I'll probably share with you tips that I do myself and probably things that I need to do as well. The number one tip I would say in my actual experience is to wear SPF. So I've basically heard many times that 80% of premature skin aging is from the sun, so you do need to wear sunscreen every day. So I personally do wear sunscreen every day. I think it's super important, and I actually think for me it's made a really big difference. I've worn sunscreen since I was 28 years old, and I definitely think it helps with, well, in terms of wrinkles and probably overall skin health. But I'll show you basically my skin for a little skin update so you can see. I'm not really wearing any skin makeup right now. I'm just wearing chapstick and eyebrow pencil. So yeah, I like to think I have pretty healthy skin. But yeah, I just want to show you just a little skin update. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that is my number one tip. And I've been doing it, well, currently I'm 31, turning 32 soon. So personally, I think the biggest difference for me is probably lack of wrinkles. It's very noticeable that I don't have that much wrinkles. So I highly recommend sunscreen for sure. Right now I use Shiseido Day Cream as my sunscreen, my daily facial sunscreen. Highly recommend that one because well, it's really expensive. It's $75, but I actually do think it's really good because for something that you put on your skin every day, you should probably get something that is high quality. And I think that one works really well for me, as well as it looks good on my skin. So my skin is kind of like combination to oily. So for me, I get like greasy looking skin depending on what product I use. So that one I think is really good on my skin. So the next tip is definitely to eat a healthy diet. This is definitely something that I think I could probably improve on, but it's, I think a lot of people know that fruits and vegetables have a lot of antioxidants that are really good for your skin. So I would definitely say um, it's really important to get a really well-balanced diet. And also another thing is dairy. I've heard from a lot of people that dairy is not good for the skin. It can probably clear up your skin and if you try not to eat it too much, because dairy definitely most people are lactose intolerant, but also a lot of people break out from it as well. So yeah, if you do have breakout problems, I would suggest not eating dairy. But I mean, as far as anti-aging, I definitely think fruits and vegetables. The next tip is to always stay hydrated. I try to do this, but sometimes I'm not so good at it. But I definitely think it's really important to drink a lot of water. I feel like people always say that, but then we don't necessarily do it. But yeah, it's probably something I could improve on. I actually drink water every day. It's probably my choice drink. But at the same time, I definitely don't drink a gallon or whatever like that. But yeah, I don't tend to drink other beverages as often as water personally, but water, if you stay hydrated, your skin will stay plumper. And I personally think that if you have aging skin, a lot of the time it doesn't look so plump. So for example, when you're young, your skin looks plump and somewhat chubby, but in a youthful way. But as you grow older, sometimes you lose the fat on your face that makes you look youthful. I don't know how to describe it, but I mean that kind of plump. But yeah, definitely water helps with that. Also want to mention that water definitely also helps with fine lines and wrinkles. So the next tip is really important too. You have to get enough sleep because that's the time when your skin is there's like cell turnover happening. So when you're younger, you have a lot more cell turnover, and when you can like prepare your skin in your sleep easier. But like it's really important that people get enough sleep so that your skin can recover from anything, like any sort of damage. It can be acne or like cell turnover in general, which is like wrinkles and whatever. But yeah, I think I do pretty well with sleep. I would say I get 8 hours of sleep per night. It's very rare that I have a bad night's sleep. I actually sleep like a rock. I can fall asleep within seconds if I'm like really wanting to go to sleep. It's kind of weird. I've fallen asleep on the phone before, like literally while I'm on the phone by accident, but I sleep like a rock. So yeah, I highly recommend getting a lot of sleep. Genetically, I don't really have bad under eye circles. So I can't really comment on that, but I think personally that type of thing is a genetic thing. Some people have worse off under eye circles than others. So I wouldn't worry too much about that as far as aging, but it definitely affects other people. But I personally think it's more of a genetic thing. So I would worry more about the things that I mentioned. So another thing that's really important is that you have to try to manage your stress. I know this can be difficult, but do the best you can, because if you get stressed out, then your body basically has more cortisol, and cortisol affects a lot of things like more aging, getting more fatter, things like that. It all goes hand in hand. So basically, if you're more stressed out, you'll have higher cortisol levels, and it'll affect like your skin and your body shape. So it's really important to try to manage that. You can probably try breathing exercises or yoga. I don't really do that stuff, but I personally think my stress is under control. But I do think that yoga is really good. Haven't done too much of it, but I've heard there are really good health benefits to yoga. So yeah, definitely try to keep your stress levels down as much as you can. If you feel stressed, try to like take a moment and relax and do some heavy breathing or something like that. So the next tip is to actually use anti-aging products. For me, I definitely use some. I obviously sunscreen, but then another thing you can use is retinol, which I actually really enjoy using retinol. I try to use it every day. I'm probably more diligent with the sunscreen because I only apply the retinol at night, and sometimes I get too sleepy. But I do think it's really, really helpful. So currently I use a brand called CeraVe just because my skin reacts really well to it and I have no problems with it. So I really enjoy using that retinol. But you can definitely use products that have antioxidants and peptides as well, or even a combination of all those. I think it's really good. Like I've heard that vitamin C is really good for anti-aging. Yeah, and then for me currently, I only use retinol at this time for anti-aging. There's certain things that I use for like overall health of my skin, like masks and cleansers and whatever. But specifically anti-aging products, I use retinol, and I really do think it's very helpful. So another thing I think that people probably shouldn't do if they want to have good skin is you probably shouldn't try to drink too much alcohol or smoking. So I know that alcohol definitely dries out your skin. A lot of people don't even like to have it in things like their perfume because, dry skin is more prone to wrinkles. And also, obviously, alcohol can also dry out your skin. You're consuming it, but then sometimes the things you consume affects you on the outside, and that is one of the things that alcohol can do. So yeah, I don't have a problem with either of these things. I I've never been a smoker, and I've never really drank. I've tried alcohol but never been drunk. So I'm like very thankful for that, because I definitely am a believer that those things age you. So yeah, those are the tips that I suggested. And I mean, this is like probably optional, but another thing that I do is I like to go get facials. So, I mean, I don't think it's necessary if you like take care of your skin pretty well, but if you can, try to get facials, because they can help you keep your skin clear and look pretty good overall, and like your skin, whenever I get treatments on my skin, I feel like my skin is, I mean, it's not much has happened to my skin. It obviously looks kind of young at this time, but I feel like it feels more hydrated, which to me is very important, because having hydrated skin is a big part of keeping your skin youthful. Because, like I said, if your skin is dry, then it's a lot more prone to wrinkles. So yeah, but if you take care of your skin outside of spa treatments, I feel like you should be okay. Like I said, like the sunscreen is a huge deal, and obviously all the things I've mentioned, but that's an extra thing. If you do all the other things that I mentioned, I think it should help a lot. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thanks. Bye, guys.